Alright, guys, you're welcome back to the lecture series on information retrieval and text mining. And briefly, today we shall be looking at what is contained in this course. We'll be talking about how to process text data, document, how do we index the terms in a sentence or in a document, how do we retrieve them. Basically, we're working with textual data. These days, there are large repository of digital information. The World Wide Web contains over uh, 10 to 12 number of website links. We now have digital libraries. So most of our books, the hard copy books, are now in digital format, and often uh, users will always require to search this large amount of digital information in the libraries for relevancy to their topic or interest. We also have scientific literature libraries where you can actually go in and check in for relevant materials to your research, and these are volumes. These are hundreds of thousands of literatures which you need to be able to pass through to be able to return what is relevant to the user in question. Microsoft Academic uh, Search, Google Search, and some others. We also have the medical information portals, which specifically is devoted to medicine. You have company intranet, which has a lot of information about what companies are doing. At the time, I worked on SharePoint, where we keep records of the properties and their due date for renewals or for certain information for reminders and digital asset. You have patent database, you have online encyclopedia, and all these contains large volume of textual data from which you need to get relevant information to users. So there are various needs for information. We search information for various intent. For instance, our email systems, whether you're using Yahoo, Google, or proprietary emails, you have volumes of information in your inbox, and from time to time you might have need to search for an I mean an earlier email in your inbox or in your sent. So how do we organize the system such that it will be able to retrieve your email of interest back to you? So we can search for documents that fall in a given topic, maybe politics, maybe medicine, maybe history, maybe artificial intelligence, or say machine learning or deep learning. Or you can look in for a specific information and say, okay, I'm trying to know about cosine similarity. Or you search an answer to a question. Okay, you can ask that, okay, question like what is the what are the models, information retrieval models that are available. You want to know the definition to a particular concept, and this information could be in different language. You could have it in French, you could have it in English, you could have it in Spanish, or it could be a mixture of all of this. So how do we retrieve information from document that consists of multiple languages and in which the user is searching using a particular different language? You could also search for images, especially in recommendation systems on Amazon, where people have a picture of what they are looking for and they don't know the name or the name that it is called on the e-commerce website, and they need to get that item. And you For instance, in most components that we have in machines, you might have a machine and you have a component that you need to replace, and you don't know the name of that particular component, but you have a picture of it, and you need to search through the e-commerce website to retrieve that component. And you also have searching for music, like we have in Netflix. You can also search for a candidate or a friend, like you have in most social medias, in Facebook, in Twitter, in LinkedIn. So, what is the definition of information retrieval? And that is where we're going to continue in the next one. Thank you for listening.